Hi, it's Eve here from Success Trail Events, and I'm here with Kathy, who is a Masters figure champion, and we've been attending one of the pre-bodybuilding clinics on the road to the Bendigo Classic. Kathy, you work and do a lot of comp prep specifically with women. What are some of the things that you are constantly seeing your female competitors, some of the challenges and the hurdles that they're constantly coming up against in their prep to the stage?
The one thing that seems to be constant with all the female competitors is their inability to relinquish control of their own food, and what they think is right in their minds for their comp prep. It turns out to normally be about 3 months into comp prep that they finally realise that they don't have any control at all. I have the control, which is as it should be. That is, I think, the one biggest thing with women. It's relinquishing that control.
Where do you think that sort of comes from in your experience?
All the women and food issues, all the advertising. Women are so conscious of their bodies and how they look and what they do with food and how dropping weight, and so. And from all our readings, we come up with our own little versions of what the right thing for us is, and that happens at a very young age, very impressionable age, and that you carry that through for all these years. There's always that little voice in your head, the voice on your shoulder. So when someone comes along and says, no, that's not going to work for you, or you come across a roadblock during your comp prep, you will fall back onto your own little theories about what the right thing to do is, so that you tend to take things in your own hands, whether it's right or wrong, but you soon learn that it's wrong as a competitor. You really have to trust the coach and the coach's knowledge, because during prep you're not, your body's being deprived of food, and you cannot be objective about your own road to the show.
Sure. What about for those of your female competitors that perhaps have a family at home, maybe young children or a partner, and they might be the person that does all the cooking in the household? How do you think that sort of impacts on prep as well? Do you think part of the reason that they struggle with the food and letting go of the control? There
is to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, really, you're in control of what you put in your mouth. So it's really about your own strength, your will to do it, how much you want to achieve your goal. It's very hard. I understand it's very hard with kids, and you've always got food around, and it's very tempting, and when you're hungry, you just want to put that little bit in your mouth, but it's those little bits between the meals that is going to stop you achieving your goal. So you really have to come up with some sort of strategies, maybe with your husband, where he can maybe help share with cooking for the kids, or whatever you come up with. But at the end of the day, there's nobody controlling what goes in your mouth except for you. So it's not an excuse, but I think some women do use it as an excuse, but it can certainly be overcome.
Sure. And what is with the girls that you're prepping, or women that you're prepping at the moment? What's one of the sort of the fears that they have about stepping up on stage in a generally a rather small bikini, or designer piece? What are some of the fears that are popping up for them?
That they won't be ready in time. That is basically the number one. Like for now, it's like 7 weeks out.
Yeah.
8 weeks out. I've still got girls now who said to me even today, I was so nervous out there doing the posing seminar. Do you think I'm going to make it on stage? Will I be able to do it on stage? You will, but it'll go back to what he had said, and that's put yourself in the moment. You worry about each meal, each posing session. You don't worry about what's going to happen at the show, because you're going to have so much experience by then with your practicing and our guidance that they will make sure that they make it on stage.
And any tips for somebody who's maybe doing their first competition? We know that post-comp blowout and post-comp blues is something that does happen quite often in the industry. Is there something that perhaps you can suggest that people can try, or something that you've seen work particularly well for people to sort of help squelch that little bit?
First of all, they need to understand that there will be a blues after the show, and there will be a weight gain after the show. That's normal. Show condition is for 1 day. It's not a long-term thing. So really have to understand and accept that there will be a period where they're going to put on some weight. They have to come to some sort of a reasonable, healthy weight. But my biggest advice is to find a coach who will help them come out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you for your time. How do people get in contact with you if they want to find out a little bit more about your methods and have a chat to you about their own journey to the stage?
I'm based at Next Level Fitness in Oval Park.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook, Kathy Genetzaris. I've also got a website, kathygcomprep.com. So you can call me, contact me through any of those means.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing your insight today. It's great to hear from someone like you who is a champion, but also helping other champions get to the stage.
Thank you, my pleasure.
You.